You just went from like product to product to product of not even like, you have to start from a certain part of your face and work your way out.
If you've been following me for any time at all, you know that I recently completed a giant master bathroom transformation. And when I was doing this transformation, whether it was the shower, it was the bathtub, or this vanity here, my wife asked me for one thing. She says, it's perfect, but I've always wanted a makeup vanity and I've never had one. I said, I can't do it, there's no room. I found this little section here. And I think if we play our cards right, in this tiny, tiny 24-inch space, we can give her that makeup vanity that she wanted. This, my friends, is a pocket door. This goes inside of it. It's just a hollow piece of drywall essentially with a little bit of wood framing. So you can't really hang stuff attached to it, and it's a very small space. Now the big question right now is to figure out what makes a dream makeup counter for these ladies. A couple of things I came down with because I'm putting on my, I've been married for 10 years brain. We are gonna need a mirror. We're gonna need diffused lighting like they have in makeup counters. We need power to run the blow dryers, curling irons. We need charging port for the cell phone. We're gonna need storage. We're gonna need sitting, because this takes a while. It takes a very long while. And we're gonna need music for entertainment, because again, it takes a long time. That's what my dummy brain come up with, what women want. So I'm gonna start accomplishing this, and then we'll see if we can find out other things and try to incorporate them. In the meantime, let's start breaking down some plywood. I picked up one sheet of 4x8 oak, because that's gonna match what's in the vanity right now, and one stick of 1x2 oak. Altogether $105 for that. The idea here is gonna have these simple design. I'm gonna have a piece on top, piece right here. There's gonna be a drawer here, and then we're gonna wrap this sucker like a river style with granite quartz. Well, quartz, I think it's called quartz. Granite is a completely different thing. We're gonna do it with quartz. I'm gonna start putting some pocket holes and attaching these. That will be our drawer. I think I got excited and put way too many pocket holes. It's easy when you have a foreman like this. I'm trying to make sure that my drawer face openings are the same drawer face openings as the rest of the vanity. That way it'll look like it's like a build out of a kitchen almost kind of style. By the time I put face frames on there, I could really screw it up. But we're doing good. Because that's gonna be a pain in the butt when it comes to making drawers. This area is not square. There we go, boys and girls. We have ourselves the beginning stages of vanity. Guys, really quick, I wanna share with you something that it's gonna make your life easier, and that is where Factor comes in. Factor makes meeting your nutritional goals so much easier by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian-approved meals straight to your doorstep. Fitness starts with food, and Factor makes it possible for you to achieve your daily goals through nutritious, purposeful eating. Factor offers keto, calorie smart, chef choice, and vegan plus veggie options, which include seafood, meat, and plant-based meals. With Factor, there's no prep, no mess. Factor cuts out stressful meal planning and extensive prepping, so meals come together in minutes, taking the guesswork out of what makes for a good breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Factor meals arrive prepared and ready to eat in 2 minutes, even faster than ordering in takeout. If you're a regular viewer of the channel, you know that I've enjoyed HelloFresh in the past. Well, now Factor is owned by HelloFresh with a wider array of meals to choose from. That means there's something for everybody. With one renovation after another, I am extremely busy. I don't have time to come in the house and start making my lunches, prepping for dinners, or grabbing snacks. I love the fact that I can just open my refrigerator, grab a pre-planned meal and or a shake, get my nutritional goals that I need for the day, and get me right back to work busting out these projects. So head to go.factor75.com/MrBuildIt130 and use my promo code MrBuildIt130 to get $130 across 6 boxes. That's go.factor75.com/MrBuildIt130 and use my promo code MrBuildIt130 to get $130 across 6 boxes. Now, let's go back to building this vanity. What's next? Let's wrap it with some red oak. Only thing I don't like about working with oak or red oak, it's very pretty, it's just, it chips. And if you don't have a really sharp blade or go really small or use that painter's tape trick, it'll chip out on you, friendo. Friendo. I have never once called anybody friendo. Only thing I hate more is when I blow out a brad nail. So disheartening. It's 2 in a row. I hate doing this. Only thing I hate more is ices. Terrace, ices, and blowing out brad nails. There's one sticking out, isn't there? So this piece right here is a last minute game-changing decision just to give it a little bit more cleaner transitions. And I don't have smaller brad nails, like 5/8. And I also don't know why I'm talking with that up talk. But the best way to secure them is wood glue, and then you can just tape these over and just wait till the glue to dry and it'll be perfectly strong. And it'll be perfectly strong. So dumb. While those are drying, I'm gonna start working on the drawers. I think I figured out a way how to save a little bit of money on these drawers. Not a lot, but I didn't want to pay. They wanted for a sheet this big, $38. I found this 1/4 inch for the base to be 20 bucks. And then instead of getting a 1/2 inch for the sides, I found this white common wood, which is like the cheapest wood you can find. It's still 3/4 of an inch. I'm gonna run it through my thickness planer, get it down to 1/2 inch, and then we work the sides. I'll be right back. Boom, just like that. We now have our 1/2 inch boards, saved money. Thanks to the thickness planer. Gentlemen, I'm trying to make sure that you're watching these videos with your wives or your significant others so that I can convince them to let you guys have the green light to buy these tools to do stuff like that. So, ladies, it's so helpful to have a thickness planer. They'll build you beautiful vanities. I'm gonna attach these with pocket holes as per usual, especially on the sides that you can't see it. Now, for the 1/4 inch plywood, it will sit inside a recess because it'll look perfectly. If you're a beginner builder, you could just staple them with brad nailers and wood glue on below. That's perfectly fine. It could be strong enough. You can use a dado stack, which is a accumulation of blades, but easier way to do it since it's 1/4 inch and a blade is an 1/8 inch. Just do a pass, move it over another 1/8, and do another pass, and a lot faster, I think. Look at that. It's like a fillet. Why is it that every time I use 1/2 inch plywood with the 1 inch screws that are appropriate for it, the screws always go through the plywood? And then I realized, I think the plywood is a little bit thinner than actually 1/2 inch wood that you create on a thickness planer. Never mind, I take it back. They still went through. Why? They say it's supposed to be 1 inch to 5/8 inch for 1/2 inch wood. Wrong side. Much better. Let that be a lesson. But first you don't succeed, measure again. Boom. Got a drawer? Let's install the drawer. Drawer slides. One thing that I will never buy ever again, the cheap white ones, and I will never buy the 3/4 pull-out drawers. Full extension, baby, all the way. Come on. Need to start filling in all these brad nail holes. Boy, am I lucky. All my wood filler has been dried up. Sometimes you can add a little bit of water in there. There's no bringing it back. This thing is so dry. Drawer face. If you have not seen this video of mine of the vanity that I built for the master bathroom, shame on you, go check it out. I'll link it right there. I'm really proud of it. Those V-grooves that I made, if you haven't seen them, are done with this little V-groove bit. Well, actually it's flutes, but using a V-groove bit. Making markings on the inch, every inch, and then running with my palm router, creating that line. Do not try to attempt to take a full cut at once. Try to go incrementally. It's a pain in the butt to do. Then we're gonna sand them over, make them round, and then hug them with nice little framing to give it more of that depth of feel. Look, my hands are already getting sore just from thinking about me having to do this again. Why did I choose that style? I don't know. I don't have a CNC machine, that's why. How beautiful does that face frame look? Now, before we put it on, we gotta stain it using fruit wood. That's the exact stuff I use on the vanity. By the way, guys, go check out that video, Master Vanity. It's this kind of style. There's so much more detail that you can follow along and do it. And it's all a dresser style, so it's not like a traditional on its legs kind of vanity. Give it a couple of coats, and then we'll be ready to put the sucker on. Staining the backside of a drawer face. The details that we're performing at, whoo! I like to use shims. It'll hold it in place and you kind of get to eyeball what the balance is here. You could do like a deck of cards, which is traditionally more popular because you go, okay, well this is 5 cards and it's a consistent gapping. I like this because it actually, well, I'll be honest, my kids lost all the cards. So I'm gonna take a screw, a temporary screw, and secure it to the drawer box very carefully, ninja carefully. We're gonna push this out and then secure 4 screws on the inside. How nice is that? We recreated it, we did it again. Nice job, guys. You must be asking, what in the world is this? This is quartz countertops, and these were gonna be thrown away. I just asked if I can have it, and they're like, go for it. Now, how do we cut it? Let's see if we can get some salvageable sizes out of this thing. Of course, this one has a chip here, so I can't even use the straight edge that's here right now, so I have to create a new straight edge, but 24¼ exactly. Now we need to go find a wet track saw for stone. So this is a warm drive saw. It's a wet saw, it's got a stone blade, it's got water pouring on it so you don't break the blade or crack the granite. It's an aluminum track, nice and straight. Only part that's not fun is you almost have to guess where the blade is gonna start. I think it's about right. And from the crash course that I was given is you wanna do small passes. I really don't wanna screw this up. I don't know where I'm gonna get another scrap piece this big. No pressure, not at all. All right, say a little prayer for me. Well, that took us forever, but that is one incredibly clean cut. I mean, you can cut yourself on this edge. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. 24¼ we cut our first piece, ladies and gentlemen. We cut our first piece. We got one more to go. Talk about courage and sweat, huh? There needs to be a lighter version of this stuff. Benissimo. What's next is we're gonna need to start polishing all these edges and rounding out these corners so it looks like a finished product. There's these discs. You can do it in a wet method and a dry method. The most important part is you have to have a variable speed angle grinder. These are the 3-step pads, 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna first do the sides, and then with the number 3, we're gonna start curving the top. The one thing I don't get is it's turning brown as if it's burning it, but it's not. It's these, I don't know if these are bad pads or what. I'm concerned that it's making it uglier, especially on a white quartz. Oh, I'm an idiot. I think the ones that I'm using are for wet sanding. Now I'm using the dry ones, and it's like an eraser. It's cleaning all this brown crap off. We got our first official countertop piece done. Might as well get a good workout while I'm at it. You don't need a kettlebell, just get some granite. Before the quartz countertops go on, there's one thing I'm gonna do, and I think this is the smartest thing I have done. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that. Because right now, as it sits, this will be touching the tile floor. My fear is that if anything floods in the bathroom and there's water, it's gonna start breaking all of this down. Plywood's gonna delaminate, it's gonna be chaos. So I got these little cabinet door bumpers that go on inside the door, so when you slam them, you know, it doesn't start chipping paint. And what I'm gonna do is put a little dash of hot glue, and it will elevate this. By the time it squishes, it'll probably be 1/8 of an inch. And water can go underneath it. I know, sometimes I impress myself. We're gonna need to add some glue. Silicone works great. I have my flex glue. It's really strong. It's a big tube, that means it's really strong, right? And I'm not afraid for it to tip over and fall before it dries because this stuff is thick, so it grabs on really quickly. All right, nothing to it but to do it. Wow. My favorite detail is actually the fact that the face frame and the granite is actually flush. Let's let this sucker dry overnight. What do you think?
Wow, I love it.
What do you think of it? This is my way of like investing and to make sure you look like a trophy wife.
I love it. This is perfect right here.
So what is like, if we're gonna make it like the most like your dream vanity, what components do I need to do?
So the drawer, that was a big one for me to be able to put my makeup in. I would love to have an outlet if I'm like sitting and doing my hair too, to be able to plug something in.
Do you want like a hair dryer to hang or anything like that, or a curling iron to hang or something like that, a straightener?
Aesthetically pleasing way.
Yeah, I don't know what that's gonna do.
I don't know if on the side it would work, but I wanted like a pretty cool mirror with like lights for like a good lighting to do my makeup.
Yeah, all right. Do you want like a foot massager in there too?
I mean, if you could make it happen, I feel like that would be very happy.
What else is this? You want a spoiler on this thing?
Yeah, like can I like sit in something to have like a foot mask?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Massage?
Absolutely. All right, we'll see what we can figure out. I gotta figure out electrical here first. Like I mentioned, we have to figure out how to run electrical to this thing. Now I'm gonna have a bank that's gonna sit on top here to plug in here, but we need to run power in here to run the cables in there. The biggest problem here is this is the pocket door. What that means is this is one big hollow surface that you can't just run cables through willy-nilly. So we have to fish something out from this side in a clever way underneath this door. There is about a 2-inch gap below here. Run that 14-2 cable in there, tap into that. Let's see if I can get it out in one piece. I've never done that before. There's a first for everything, huh? I don't have to buy drywall now. So here's the plan. I'm gonna use my spade bit. We're gonna drill a hole here, here, through all these studs. That'll be fine. And then we're gonna have the conduit. It'll come down and it'll be laying on the floor. In fact, I will probably put anchors down so it's hugging. We have a nice, what looks like a 2.5-inch clearance there. And then we'll bust it out through that, pop it out through the other side and run this conduit along the side. I know, not pretty, but along the side on the inside corner of our vanity cabinet. And then we'll camouflage it by painting it black or something like that. We'll figure it out. All right, we got our outlet. No, psych, power's not connected. What are you think I'm dumb? Don't answer that. It would be smarter if I realized the fact that I need to still attach this to the cabinet. I hate working in small spaces. All right, moment of truth. Please work. We got it, ladies and gentlemen. We got power. All right, let's see how gangster are we with our jigsaw. Hopefully it's a perfect fit. I mean, I wouldn't say 10 out of 10, but it's definitely 7, 6s. Up next, we gotta fill all these brad nail holes, caulk everything, caulk this line, that line, inside, outside, sand it all, paint it all, and then start moving on to the rest of the components. We're gonna have a makeup mirror with lights and stuff like that. That doesn't weigh a lot. Again, drywall, can't really put screws in there because there's no holes that can go too far into it. I'm gonna take flex glue, again, stuff that we've used already, really strong stuff, glue and brad nail this piece on, and that'll allow for us to screw in the screws to actually mount the mirror. I know I'm gonna get a lot of crap for this in the comments about this monstrosity, whether you should paint it, or maybe you should do something else with it. But more than that, that hole that the conduit's coming through, not a lot of things I could do there for it, folks. But you can put a little piece right here to fill it, and then put a whole lot of caulking on there. It's not my finest work, and I'm not proud of it, but I don't know. If you have better ideas, let me know. Folks, the makeup mirror finally showed up. It is from Amazon, 120 bucks. It's fancy, it's got the lights that diffuse, perfect way to put makeup on, I guess. It's really fun doing this when the paint hasn't dried yet, so I can't use the blue paint trick. This is just a basic channel guide. Not big enough. There we go. Of course, there's also this part. Need a bigger drill bit. We got an issue. This cable's in the way. Why couldn't they just make it a 90 degree? I don't know. So I have to move this another inch in order to clear it this way. Today was supposed to be an easy day. It never goes like that. It's never an easy day. Ta-da!
Oh my gosh, I love it.
How cool is that, huh?
This is amazing. It's like exactly what I wanted.
It matches the vanity. And look, all your makeup's already in there.
Did you do this?
Yeah.
Weird.
Well, how hard could it be to rearrange makeup?
Excuse me?
Well, and how hard could it
Makeup is that easy to do?
Listen, I've painted doors and I've stained cabinets. How hard can makeup be?
Okay. Do you think you could do mine?
You're gonna trust me to do makeup?
I bet you can't make it look
How much
good.
money? 20 bucks?
Do you even know what any of these products are?
You fluff some stuff, you do some liner, and then you blend it all in. As long as it's not too flashy, I'm sure it's fine. Check it out.
Okay.
All right, let me get a chair. All right, this thing is gonna be the easiest thing in the world.
Let's see if you know where to start.
Okay, I know we need one of these fluffer things. So like, what look are you going for?
I like that like beachy natural, you know.
Say less. We'll start with the pink.
Tell the people the palette, the color you're using.
This is like an afterbirth kind of palette.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no, you don't want to do this?
I'm gonna look like a clown.
Can you put your hair back, please?
What is this?
This gets rid of any moisture that's already on the face.
Oh. Do you usually start with the eyes or the face?
Do you guys talk this much when you get your makeup done?
Oh,
What?
Oh my gosh.
What?
You're gonna stab me in the eye.
I'm not gonna stab you in the eye.
Oh my god. So far, you're failing. I feel like you should have examined the products first. See. Oh my god.
What are you doing?
Why did you go down to my chin?
Hold on. I can fix that. I can fix that.
I can already feel where that is going. And
The thing is, it's beautiful when you have longer eyes. I think that's what girls go for.
Are you trying to draw eyelashes on me?
No. You have to accentuate, like, so this one accentuates the jaw.
So you want to accentuate the jaw?
Jay Leno does it. It looks nice.
Okay, now read what that product says.
Eyeshadow.
And you're just like scrambling, and whatever you find, you're finding a use for.
I am not doing that.
This is never coming off my face.
That's right, because you look so pretty.
Done?
Very pretty.
Are you
Yes,
done?
I'm done.
Okay. Oh my. That is that's so embarrassing.
I'm offended. Listen.
I can't look.
What? Listen, hey.
Is that the way I do my eyeliner? All the way out here?
Well, when you cry, I mean, kind of looks like that, but
Yeah.
for the most part.
I feel like I should do yours next.
You want to do the sign off on this one?
Bye.
Hey, thanks so much for sticking around watching another one of our videos. If you like videos like this or any kind of home improvement project, make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell. It's so important so you know when these videos come out. Connect with us on our social media. All the links will be in the description below. Also, check out our podcast. What's our podcast?
It's called Next Door Neighbors.
We rant and have a lot of fun about builds and entrepreneurship and family and all the other fun stuff. The link will be in the description below. Tune out this week. See you guys on the next one. See ya. Bye. It's not popping out, so I don't know where we're gonna get it, but let's just imagine we can catch it. It's helpful. It's kind of crimped off so you can feed it better. By the way, I think this is like 30 bucks.